Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And I still have a lot of comments asking me, do I think eventually AT&T will overtake Verizon and have the biggest and best network? Is that a possibility? And I would have to say, and I'm going to title this video, is this a big opportunity for AT&T? And I think they have that opportunity. They've given themselves that opportunity by getting the FirstNet contract, getting the government reimbursement, and really putting their heads down and executing, right? That's one thing we haven't really talked about is the execution of this network. It's really great, right? They took the band 14 spectrum and they overlaid the entire network. They're pretty much done with that. Now, they're also building outside of their already existing coverage footprint. That means new coverage is coming on board. So in this article, we got AT&T nearly doubling the coverage area in Arizona, connecting more first responders to American Public Safety Network. Keep in mind, again, regular AT&T consumers also have access to this coverage just in case of emergencies. First responders do have priority. So just keep that in mind if you are new to the videos. So there's kind of two ways to look at it, in my opinion. One, Verizon is not incentivized the same as AT&T to go to those areas that really have low population or have no population at all, right? So there's going to be a lot of areas moving forward, and I think we're going to start seeing that more and more in 23 and beyond, where AT&T goes where nobody else has any service, like none, zero, right? We just recently saw that in Colorado. I did point that out. Per Root Metrics, which is the scientific testing, AT&T now dominates Colorado, the state of Colorado. And you can look at that if you want, Root Metrics. I mean, they took the clear lead, and they were pretty bad in that state. Even bad enough to where first responder agencies said, if we do join FirstNet, we want to roam on Verizon. That's how far AT&T was in that state on coverage. Now they're leading. And that leads me to the second point. A lot of the times now where Verizon already has existing coverage because they're still a larger network by crowdsourced, if AT&T moves in and they now have matching coverage to Verizon, 9 times out of 10 early on, AT&T is going to have the better performing coverage. That you got to take that in consideration too. They're going to come with, AT&T is going to come with all the brand new, most efficient equipment. They're going to come with NR. They're going to come with all their spectrum, right? So they are likely to perform better. Verizon, and I'm not just speaking on the band 13 only sites. They're going to have sites out there that are doing 13, 66, and 2. In some, they're doing 5, 13, 66. And they're just not performing as great, right? The equipment is outdated. The radios are older. So Verizon is just not matching AT&T's performance as they start matching the coverage. Now, I'm not saying that AT&T has 100% matched Verizon's coverage because you still can't really see that on the crowdsourced maps, and I'm talking about all of them, but it's getting better and better and better, and we're starting to see that, right? We're starting to see Root Metrics kind of back up the AT&T push. We're starting to see crowdsourced maps for AT&T get bigger and bigger, and we're starting to see companies like US Cellular say, hey, look, we took losses this quarter, but it's mainly because AT&T moved in with FirstNet and they're taking share from us. And that previously wasn't the case. If you guys remember early LTE days, that was US Cellular was like the go-to for roaming in those areas because they were the only ones that had that coverage in those parts of like Oklahoma, Illinois, areas like that. And AT&T is now natively closing that gap, and it's hurting US Cellular. So that's, if you look at everything objectively, that should let you know that AT&T is, really expanding that network. Don't just look at one thing, your personal experience, and say, oh, it's over. You got to look at everything and then make a objective opinion. And I can tell by looking at that report, looking at crowdsourced, looking at Root, that rural footprint is really, really improving for AT&T. Probably the biggest improvement out of any carrier in those parts comes from AT&T. Not T-Mobile yet. No, we're not. I'm seeing some improvement, slight improvement, but not anywhere close to what AT&T has done in the last few years. And, next year is going to be another year where I'm sure AT&T is going to deploy, thousands of new sites under FirstNet. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Just real quick to finish out the video, do I think Verizon eventually goes back to those sites? They start incorporating new equipment. They start adding C-band. Yes, I do think that's coming, but I think that's going to take them some time because they have to materially go to those sites. They have to climb the sites. They got to change the BBU units. So that's going to take them time. There's no way around that. That's going to take time. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel, like, share, subscribe, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.